Hey coaches, this week we are going to be going over how to add hyperlinks into your Google Sheets document. So if you went over and saw my video from 2 weeks ago, I showed you how to do data validation, conditional formatting, and stuff along those lines. So we're going to build upon it, and we're going to say you have video for the stuff you've been recording. And I'm going to show you how to add hyperlinks within a Google Sheets document. So I'm actually going to show you two different ways to have videos uploaded on to either Google Drive or YouTube. So first we're going to do is Google Drive, and first I'm just going to show you the folder structure of how it will work. So essentially you'll just go, if you have a Google account, great, use it. You got 15 gigabytes of free storage. I highly recommend it. So essentially what you do is just hit new and folder, and you name it whatever you want. So I named it, in this case, example video file. And what I'll do is I will upload a file for you guys. So go into here, upload a file, and I mean it might take some time. It might take a while, etc. But I'll just go ahead and cancel it right now. But what essentially that does is then you can upload that, and then it allows you to use a link, which then takes you straight to the video, and that'll be useful. But we'll kind of break that down first into a few different parts. So now what I have here is a video that I just recorded of myself taking 3 different types of ground balls. And what we're going to do with it is we're going to cut this singular video into 3 separate clips. That way you can properly tag the video that you are specifying in your data sheet. So this is Microsoft Photos. It's fine for using editing videos. The Mac version is iMovie, which I highly recommend that you use. And essentially it's along the same lines in terms of features. But essentially what I did was add, and I pulled the video from my folder. And now I pull it down to the storyboard. And you just wait for it to load. And essentially what you do with it is, I'll just cut the audio for this. And I'll play it. So that was the front side ground ball. So I'll go to trim. Or no, excuse me, I won't go to trim. I'll go to split. And one way to do this in iMovie is, I think you select Command B, which is the splitting the clip. So that's the front side. So I split that. And then I play the next video. And it's out front. So then I got that. So I split it again. And now I have, and then this is the backhand, which I missed, but it's for the purposes of the video. So I have it now in 3 separate clips. And what I'm going to do now is I can get rid of these last 2. So I can just say, cut this video clip, cut this video clip. And then after I have my short video clip, I'll select finish video. And it'll just tell you video quality. I'll say export. Gives me a folder structure. And I'll just put it in my downloads folder. But I'll call it, I'll say my name, Robert Fry, and then I'll say front side ground ball, or front side GP. And I'll export that. Since it's a 3-second video, it shouldn't take too long. So it's already done. And boom. So I'll do the same thing for the other 2 videos, and then I will upload them to Google Drive, and then we'll continue from there. Now that we have those clips all cut and properly adjusted, we can go back into the folder structure that we created. So like I said, example video file. And you can do right click, upload files. And you may or may not be able to see my files, but you just essentially select the videos that you cut down. Now that we have our videos uploaded, we can now click on each of them and just say get shareable link. and give it a second or two to load, but you can say anyone with the link, and then you can say copy link. Now we'll go into Google Drive, but we know that I took 3 ground balls, so again, from my data validation conditional formatting videos, you should know how to do drop downs. So player, ground ball type. So I have 3 different ground ball types: front hand, backhand, or out front. So the first one was a front hand, the second one was out front, and the third one was a backhand. And from conditional formatting, you should know how to color certain items. So when I say success, I just mean me fielding the ground ball. So the front hand was a good one, the out front was a good one, the backhand was a failure. So no on that end. So now we're going to go to the Google Drive end. And essentially what you'll do is you'll say =hyperlink. And the URL is that link you just copied and pasted. So you just Command C, Command V, or Control C, Control V. Paste it in there, make sure you have quotes. And then for a link label, you can just put video. And it should appear as such. So when you click on it, or actually, when you click on it, should go right to the video. So this one was actually the backhand ground ball, so I'll move that accordingly. But you can see video of that pretty quickly. So I will change this. So actually I will copy this hyperlink and put it here. So that way we have that. And I'll do the same with the other videos. So go to front side ground ball, click shareable link, and say anyone with the link, copy link, and do the same thing. So =hyperlink, put the URL in quotes, comma, video. So that way you have a video end to it as well. And then last but not least, the other ground ball that I took. So again, click shareable link, anyone with the link, copy link, go back to it, =hyperlink, URL in quotes, then video. So that way you don't have to have the large video format. So you can kind of see it from here. I know that's a recent feature that Google has added, but you essentially just double click on it and go right to the video. So that's pretty great. Now, the other thing that we'll talk about is YouTube. And so this is another way for you to essentially save time in a way that you don't necessarily have to cut down videos. You can take one long video, as long as you have someone timestamping each time someone does something, or someone does their round of ground balls, things along those lines. So we'll do YouTube next. The other way that I'm going to show you is with YouTube. If you would rather not kind of edit videos down, but timestamp videos, YouTube's a great option to cut down videos that way for specific data points in your Google Sheet. So if you want me to show you how to create a YouTube account and how to get that set up, feel free to DM me at RobertFry40 on Twitter, or just leave a comment in the YouTube below, or in the YouTube comments below, I should say. That way, if there is enough demand, I will show you guys how to do that. But we'll go to select files, and you just find, this time I'm going to find the full video file. Upload it. It should give you like kind of an uploading screen, and I will just say, my name and ground balls, just for a basic idea. Description, I'm not sure if you have to have something in there, but I'll just put ground balls. Now, this is not required, so if it's made for kids, yes. So, like, if you have, high school kids and below in there, then yes. Otherwise, you can pick no if you want. So, I'll say yes. And then just go to age restrictions, advanced, stuff like that. You don't really need to worry about any of this other stuff. So, I have this as science and technology for a category, but I'll change it to sports. I mean, again, no big deal because you're not gonna have see it to, or you're not going to allow other people to see it outside of your organization. So once it's done uploading, gives you a random thumbnail. That's fine. Video elements, don't worry about. But now this is where the important stuff is. So either you can select private or unlisted. So private is where you only select certain people you choose. So that means you'd have to select certain emails. Unlisted means it wouldn't show up on, say, your YouTube channel, but the link is still available, so anybody who has that link can watch that video. So I will say unlisted, and I will click save. When it loads, and then we will copy this link. So now that we have the link that we just copied, we'll paste it into our browser. Should pull up now, but instead of starting to play to the video, we will share it. And then what we'll do here is we'll click on the embed button. You don't have to copy this entire thing. So what I do is I just highlight the youtube.com/embed and then the video ID essentially. We'll copy that, go back to our Google Sheet, and we'll essentially say the same thing. Hyperlink equals URL. We'll put this in parentheses, but we will add a question mark to it, and we will say start equals 1 and end equals 4. So that essentially means that at the 1 second mark is where we'll start the video, and at the 4 second mark is when the video will stop. So that way we have that specific time. So put that in quotes, and then I'll just say YouTube for this one. Again, you can call it whatever you'd like. And I will just copy and paste this down, but obviously changing the time frame. So now I'll say start equals 4, end equals 8. Let me go back to make sure I have, so 11 seconds. So this one will say start equals 8, end equals 11. So now what we can do is, if you do have the timestamp when you record the video, you can click on it, and it should go straight to that time. So just give it a second to load, and it goes right to that motion, and it should stop right at the end of it. So that way you can break down video a lot quicker, and you don't have to worry much about storage in terms of Google Drive. So either way is great. So if you want to have a Google Drive structure, that's absolutely great. I recommend that. YouTube is also a great option, whatever suits your needs. Again, generally it's a little bit quicker to use YouTube, as long as you have someone, when you do take video, to timestamp each of your players' actions, whatever it may be. So ground balls for shortstop, third baseman, fly balls for your outfielders, base running stuff, so on and so forth. But these are great ways to be able to tie video with the data that you collect. That way you can see, okay, for something like ground balls that we mentioned, this, my backhand wasn't well. We can go to the video and kind of see why. And that allows us to further break down and develop our players, which is a big end goal for many of us coaches. So thanks for watching. Really hope you got something out of this video. Tune in next time, and we'll go over some of the baseball tech tutorials, and I'm happy to answer any questions you coaches may have. So again, my Twitter is at RobertFrey40, RobertFrey 40. Feel free to DM me anytime if you have questions regarding technology. That's usually my protege. So, again, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.